The cloud, yeah.
All right, we're recording, I think. Yes, no, wait. Yes, we are recording.
It says it's paused on my end.
Really?
All right, let me see.
There. Are we recording now? I think so.
Yep, we're good.
I think Uxbridge wasn't here.
Seriously.
Usually it pops up on all our screens. It is now recording, like, and ask okay. And we didn't get that on my end. Normally I get that. It says it's now recording, and then we have to say okay to accept it.
Really?
We have not seen that. So
Yeah. On the webinar?
Yes.
yes, just an FYI that maybe it's not recording. I don't know. So.
I see recording flashing on and off slowly above to the top left of the videos I see.
Oh yeah, yes,
I see it as well.
I see it now. Yeah.
Oh, yep.
Anybody ever say no?
Mike, we seeing any more Uxbridge in there?
No, I don't see anybody.
Ah,
They just sent it to Barry.
Barry's
Mace, there's no one, right?
super busy today.
No
Maybe
Barry,
they,
no James, no Barry, no Eli, no Joe.
Is
maybe they got confused by the issue of looking for the extension and they just. Yeah. Because Amy sends them all out. I don't send those notices out because I'm not there.
that's a problem.
So if we don't have quorums of all three boards, we can't continue it, right? We can't really have a meeting, and so
Well,
it is.
We
You
could
can do them all
continue.
separately. Do Sutton separately, Douglas separately. Have them, if you want to have them do the minutes, but then just take up the continuance requests and hopefully Uxbridge gets on the line here. But
Yeah, I was
no
gonna say,
reason-
and then
no-
maybe
no reason to
Uxbridge,
make- No reason to make people wait around.
yeah,
No.
then maybe Uxbridge could take it up at its next meeting by
Harry,
itself.
do you have the, any of the Uxbridge emails? Do you have any, and Mike, do you have anybody other than Barry? Because I know Barry is incommunicado today.
Okay, let me,
I have,
I only have Barry.
As
I have
long as,
Mike.
I'm doing it from my phone, so I'm not sure I got anybody else on my phone.
as long as they're willing to watch this, then,
But they need to vote.
Each town's vote is still independent of the other, so we can go ahead and do each of Douglas and Sutton's, and then at Uxbridge's next meeting, they would have to take it up themselves. Right.
They're gonna have to re-advertise.
Well, no, they'd have to re-advertise, but they would have to take it up independently of you guys.
Well, they could re-advertise for the same night that we're continuing to if they have time.
That's what I'm saying. But in a separate meeting, not here together with all of us, not with the cool kids.
Right.
No. No, they just need to send out a new hearing notice and it could be to rejoin us on April.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Do we
Yeah.
know what the date is for the continuation?
We are proposing April 15th at 6:30.
so I don't know if you have enough time, do you? Yes, you do, because I sent an ad to the Telegram today for the 12th.
6:30 or 7 o'clock?
so,
7.
6:30, because
extra half hour.
Todd and team wanted a little bit more time that night.
Well, let's discuss that, whether it's 6:30 or it goes to 9:30.
That's true.
I think 2 hours is plenty for me.
82.5 hours. Okay.
I signed up for Monday nights.
So
I-
I'd recommend
Okay.
you keep the same starting time at 7 o'clock.
Of course.
All right.
Ingrained in us.
So, yeah, so Douglas is on board with keeping it at 7 and going 2.5 hours.
If need be.
Maybe.
And I would think Uxbridge is gonna be a 7 o'clock start.
Yeah.
I don't, they always, anytime it's ever been suggested otherwise, there's been pushback.
Yeah.
All right, so maybe at this point, we'll call the meeting, go ahead and call the meeting to order. When we get to Uxbridge, we'll have a long period of silence at some level, but we'll get through that. Is that fine? I'm gonna do, all righty. Good night, good evening. Tonight's meeting. Good evening. It is 7:07. I'd like to call the March 25th, 2001 meeting of the Douglas, Sutton, and Uxbridge Planning Boards to order. My name is Trish Settles. I am Deputy Director of Central Massachusetts Regional Planning Commission, also known as CMRPC. I'm joined by Principal Planner Carrie Salwa and have had a lot of guidance from Matt Franz. We're the regional planning agency for 40 communities in southern Worcester County. We've been asked to facilitate this public hearing on behalf of 3 municipalities. Due to COVID-19 crisis pursuant to Governor Baker's March 12, 2020 order suspending certain of the open meeting law, this meeting is being held remotely via Zoom. To join the meeting, visit www.zoom.us/join, www.zoom.us/join, and enter webinar ID 686-6318-2406 or by phone at 1-646-558-8656. This meeting is being recorded and may be broadcast on local public access stations and live streamed when available, and may be rebroadcast on community cable or YouTube. Pursuant to Mass General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 20, no person shall address a meeting of the public body without permission of the chair or its designee. Individuals who would like to participate should state their name, address, and after being recognized by the meeting facilitator. With this Zoom webinar format, only panelists and board members will have active video. Everyone else will be muted, and unless it is their turn to present or they've been acknowledged by the facilitators. Pure transparency to our viewers at home, the chat function is not available. There was a big buzz. If you're not speaking at this moment, please mute yourselves. All right, tonight's meeting notice was legally posted by the respective planning boards. Electronic files of all the application materials can be viewed at https://tinyurl.com BL Google Drive. This meeting is a meeting of the towns of Douglas, Sutton, and Uxbridge planning boards will convene to hear application by Scannell Properties of Indianapolis, Indiana for construction of an approximately 640,000 square foot warehouse and distribution facility to be located in the 3 towns. I will not read the entire public hearing notice. At this point, I'd like to do a roll call of each planning board to ascertain who is here. When I call your name, please state your name and affirm you are here in attendance stating aye. We'll start with the Douglas Planning Board, who is attending via Zoom from the Douglas Planning Boardroom. Ernie Marks Jr.
Aye.
Thank you. Tracy Sharkey.
No. No.
Michael Greco.
Here.
Jacob Schultzberg.
Aye.
Aaron Sokrat.
Aye.
Leslie Stevens.
Aye.
Michael Zwicker.
Aye.
And they're supported by town staff interim planner from CMRPC, Ian McElwee.
Aye.
Thank you.
Bob and Eric. And Bob and
And-
Eric.
Bob and Eric. Thank you, Bob.
Thank you. You're welcome.
We do have a quorum of the Douglas Planning Board. The Sutton Planning Board, Wally Baker.
Aye.
Thank you. Michael Gagan,
Hi, Michael Gagan.
Robert Largess,
Bob Largess, aye.
Scott Paul,
Aye.
Kyle Bergeson. Not here. Bill Talcott.
Bill Talcott here.
Thank you, Bill. And supported by town planner Jen Hager. There she is. Uxbridge, I'm gonna do a roll call and I don't think we're gonna hear much. Barry DeRusso, Not here. James Smith? Not here. Barry Hulk? Not here. Eli Lavadier? Not here. Joe Leonardo? Not over here. We have quorums of the Douglas and Sutton planning boards, but not of the Uxbridge planning board. Would the board like to consider approval of the minutes that were developed from the last meeting? Or should we table that until we're all together again? We can take this up independently from each town, or we can wait till the next time we're all together. What is your pleasure? Douglas?
No preference one way or the other. If you want to do the meeting minutes tonight, that's fine if we can legally do them.
I believe you can.
Yep.
It's going to be independent. Each town will independently accept the minutes. So we can go ahead and at least expedite that portion of our next meeting. So
And I'll make a motion. This is Mike Zwicker. I make a motion to accept the meeting minutes for March 11th, 2021.
did you get that?
Yeah.
Paper?
Second.
Who was the second?
Jake Schultzberg.
Thank you. Do a quick roll call. Ernie Marks,
Aye.
Tracy Sharkey is not here. Michael Greco,
Aye.
Jacob Soltberg,
Aye.
Aaron Sokrat,
Aye.
Leslie Stevens,
Aye.
and Michael Zwicker.
Aye.
The motion carries in Douglas to accept the minutes of what date was that? Sorry. February 25. No, March 14.
No.
March
March 14, thank you.
11.
March 11th.
March 11.
March 11. Oh, I've got the wrong date. Sorry, my bad. Do I have a motion from the Sutton Planning Board to accept the minutes of March 11th?
This is Michael Gagan. I make a motion to accept the meeting minutes from March 11th, 2021.
Thank you, Michael. Is there a second?
Paul, second.
And we'll do a roll call vote. Wally Baker,
Aye.
Michael Gagan,
Aye.
Bob Largess,
Bob Largess, aye.
Scott Paul,
Aye.
Kyle Berg, Bill Talcott.
Aye.
Motion carries in the town of Sutton to accept the minutes of March 11th. Thank you. So we're here tonight for a continuation of the joint public hearing of the three boards. Our first meeting was February 11th, provided a project overview. February 25th meeting was mostly focused on traffic and transportation issues. March 11 hearing date was focused on architectural, civil, and other bylaw compliance. This evening's meeting was meant to be a discussion of further comments, but we've had a suggestion from the developer. Dodd, would you like to read your letter?
Yes, so Trish, thanks. Todd Broder on behalf of the applicant. I submitted today to each of the boards a letter requesting a continuance, and the listed very briefly the reason, but frankly, we need a little more time in order to get responses back to the peer review folks and all the comment letters that have come in. And we're working through a couple of site issues, which will update the group on much more thoroughly, but we just felt we weren't quite there yet with the materials that we needed to present. So though I very much appreciate the fact that we've wasted everybody's time tonight, the project team is very appreciative that folks were able to get here just to make this process happen. So I'll apologize on behalf of the rest of my team. But we're looking for a continuance until we suggested April 15th at 6:30. The reason for the time, excuse me, the reason for the time was we think we can do one more joint meeting anyway and get through kind of the overall site issues and whatnot and kind of close the loop on a lot of those items that have been opened and not closed so far. We may need to do separate meetings after that to talk about decisions if we get to that point, but we can kind of deal with that as we move forward. And I realize that some of the planning boards have regularly scheduled meetings on what would have been our 2 weeks from tonight. So in light of that, we made a suggestion, and it's really just that for April 15th 6:30, but we don't have any preference. We can start at 7. That's fine. We were just looking for a little bit more time so that we can hopefully get done with, you know, most, if not all, of the substantive topics.
Is there comments or concerns out of Douglas? Thoughts on Todd's suggestion?
We're ready to continue.
Yeah, the April 15th at 7 o'clock works for our board, the majority of the folks in the room.
Thank you, Douglas. And Sutton, comments or thoughts on Todd's suggestion?
Bob, do you have any comments?
No, my only comment would be I would try to stick to the 7 as well, as most of us on our regular board meetings plan our schedule to kind of come on for 7. So I think it would be a little easier for most people. So
That's no problem. No problem.
I'd like very hard to be done by 9. Keep the pace up, whatever it takes at 7:15 to make sure 9 o'clock is the stop. I think it's important to have it keeps the pressure, it keeps the pace fast.
I'll keep it snappy, Bob.
I get tired, I can't lie.
I understand that too.
You lose me. I don't want to be here and physically, but I'm done. So 2 hours is plenty. Make it happen.
Other thoughts or comments out of Sutton? Jen, thoughts or comments?
No, I mean, I think we want to try to maintain joint hearings, at least for the time being, and maybe throughout, just so things don't get lost. But that's definitely up to the boards. If we decide to split, I'll just be attending everybody else's meetings, so.
You don't have anything else to do. And Mike, anything out of Uxbridge thoughts, absent your board? Do you feel like the April 15th, 7 p.m. time will work? I know you'll have to take it up separately in another Uxbridge Planning Board meeting, but do you feel like in your mind that is a plausible option?
Yes, 7's fine. And what I would suggest is that at 8:45, if it looks like you can finish by 9:15 or 9:30, that the boards vote at that time to continue that night. But leave it so that to respect the 9 o'clock time frame. But if you're close, they can vote to continue for that night and get it done. That's typically how we've done things in the past. So
That's a good suggestion.
so I'd
That's
suggest
fine with us.
So at this point, I guess we'll take the votes for the boards that are present to continue the hearing till April 15th at 7 p.m.
So moved.
And to combine this, will you also move to adjourn this evening's meeting?
So moved.
And who's making that motion?
Mike Zwigger,
And is there a second?
second by Mike Greco.
Thank you. And we'll do a quick board vote as soon as I find the Ernie Marks,
Aye.
Mike Greco,
Aye.
Jacob Schultzberg,
Aye.
Aaron Sokrat,
Aye.
Leslie Stevens,
Aye.
Michael Zwicker.
Aye.
The motion carries in Douglas to continue this hearing to April 15th at 7 p.m. and to adjourn this meeting. Can I have a similar motion from the town of Sutton's planning board?
this is Michael Gagan. Make a motion to continue the meeting to April 15th at 7 p.m. and also to close the meeting tonight.
Thank you. And a second?
Michael, that was an adjourn, not close, right?
Yes, exactly.
Thank you.
I'll second that, Scott Paul.
Got Wally Baker,
Aye.
Michael Gagan,
Aye.
Bob Largess,
Bob Largess, aye.
Scott Paul,
Aye.
Kyle Ferguson.
Not here.
No,
I'm sorry, thank you. Bill Talcott.
Aye.
Motion carries in the town of Sutton. And absent a planning board from the Uxbridge Planning Board, I'll ask Mike Galleroni to bring this up to the planning board to consider at its next meeting and hopefully ahead of the April 15th meeting so that it is duly noticed meeting. Does that
I
sound
want to
right?
be sure we're going to vote to continue as well as approve the minutes. Right?
Yes.
They can
Yes.
approve, okay.
Mike, you're gonna have to just re-advertise, and
Yeah.
then in the next joint meeting, we'll do the Uxbridge's motion to accept the minutes.
Yes.
Okay.
So
do
you
the
don't
minutes
even
will
need
be-
a vote of your board to
To join.
re-advertise. You just need to re-advertise it like tomorrow, or it's not gonna happen.
Okay, I'll have Amy take care of it, right?
If she needs any help,
Emailing
ever
it
give me a
every-
call, please.
Yeah, I'll have somebody follow up.
Great. Everybody, thank you for your time this evening. Thank you, Todd and Zachary, Rebecca and Jeff for your time this evening. I believe that concludes the meeting. We will see you all on April 15th at 7 PM.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Night.
Good night.